Good morning. Namaste. Let's begin now. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Interlock your fingers. You can sit cross-legged or cross your feet at the ankles. Or you can sit in any comfortable position. Bring attention to the nose and feel the breath. Feel the cool air flowing in and the warm air flowing out. Follow the breath deep inside the body and just feel the sensations deep inside. If there is any tightness or tension or pain anywhere, with every exhale, imagine it flowing out and feel yourself going into deeper and deeper relaxation. And with every inhale, imagine and feel yourself receiving all the abundant universal energies, cosmic energies, which is like a medicine in the form of highest vibration energies. So inhale and receive this medicine. Feel it filling up and dissolving any blockages anywhere. This divine energy, Prana Shakti, is also full of all the nourishment, whatever we may require in the form of energy. So feel yourself fully relaxing fully open, receptive, allowing, accepting. Feel the sensations inside. Feel the energies and feel the changes. When the mind or the emotions are agitated, at that time, if we observe within, then we can see that the breath also is agitated. The breath may be very fast and erratic. But whenever we are peaceful, happy, calm, even then, if we observe within, we will see that the breath also has slowed down and is very steady and even. So the breath is indicating to us what is our inner state. So this is when we realize that our happiness or sorrow is not dependent on external things or the people or the situation around us. It is dependent on our inner state. The thoughts and emotions influence the breath, and the breath also influences the thoughts and emotions. And because we have a mental opinion, we pass judgments and we have a label, a name for everything and everyone around us. Because of those judgments, our emotions change. If we like something, we feel happy, the breath changes and calms down. If we don't like something, if we are judging something or someone, then the emotions are changing, the breath is changing, and it becomes agitated, disturbed breathing. So it is all interrelated. One is dependent on the other, and one influences the other, which is why we are encouraged to think positively or to chant a mantra, because then that affects the emotions, and the emotion in turn affects the breath, and the changes in the breath affect the physical body. So it's like a cycle. So if we have too many negative thoughts, too many judgments, too many expectations, then the mind may go into a negative mode. And then on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, energy level, everything gets disturbed. And we start spiraling downwards into lower and lower vibration. Whereas if we remember that there is also a good side to everything, there's also a good side to every person. And if we change our attention, change our focus, and try to look for the good side of things, then the thoughts change, the emotions change, and the energy changes to higher vibration. As the energy changes to higher and higher vibration, now it is as though we are spiraling upwards. So we begin to feel better and better on all levels. So gradually we are beginning to realize that our happiness and health is not dependent on the external things or people or situations. It's dependent on the way we look at it. What thoughts we have about it. Accordingly, the emotions, accordingly, the energy. So if we maintain everything on the positive side, then our energy rises to higher and higher vibration. And then we experience more and more happiness and peacefulness, no matter what might. When we see the image of God or the idol of God, then we see that generally there is one hand facing us, the full palm facing us. So that is a gesture of blessing, or it is also called Abhaya Hasta. It is telling us not to be afraid. So the message is God, which is representing the infinite, formless divinity, is telling us, don't be afraid, I am here. So fear is the lowest vibration energy. So when this fear is not there, that means naturally we are in a high vibration energy. This is what we experience as happiness. So that's why one of the famous sages, Ramana Maharshi, he reminds us, he says, it is not wrong to look for happiness, but what is wrong is to look for it outside when it is actually inside. The source of that happiness, the source of that highest vibration energy, the divine consciousness, unconditional love, that is deep within ourselves. It is in the center of our own being. Which he calls as the spiritual heart. When we lift up our right hand and point to ourselves and say, this is me, then the right hand will naturally touch a spot which is slightly to the right side of the heart chakra. So he says this is the position of the spiritual heart. This is the center of our own being. So while meditating, after we relax ourselves fully, we can keep our attention on this spiritual heart. Then we feel centered and stable within, like how the body has a center of gravity. So even though the body may be in different postures, if we maintain the center of gravity properly, then the body will remain balanced. It will not fall down. So, in the same way, the spiritual heart is the center of our being. So, if we keep attention here, gradually we will come into balance on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And no matter what might be the situation outside, no matter where we are, who is in front of us, we will remain centered, balanced, peaceful. The emotions will be calm, mind will be calm. Then there is clarity. When the mind is calm, then we become strongly connected deep inside the spiritual heart. Then we can receive the guidance through intuition from the divine source. As we continue in this way, gradually we begin to feel our oneness with the divine source. We begin to feel and realize our own true divine nature, the real self, that we are the Atma, and Atma, Paramatma are always one. We and God are always one. And this heart center is full of unconditional love. When we focus here, then naturally the mind also becomes centered in this same place. Then the mind becomes saturated, filled up with the unconditional love. When the mind is filled with unconditional love, all the feelings of separation begin to dissolve and disappear. And we begin to feel more and more oneness. So just feel the breath. Keep full attention on the spiritual heart, slightly to the right of the heart chakra. Breathe into this area and just observe the breath and notice the gap between the inhale and the exhale. And let us make an affirmation. I am centered within myself. I am centered within myself. I am centered within myself. In the olden days, and sometimes even now in the villages, we can remember there were bullock carts or horse carts. They were made of wood. The wheels were also made of wood. So the outer rim was there, and from the center to the outer rim, there were wooden spokes. So we can imagine this type of a wheel with many wooden spokes connecting the outer rim to the center of the wheel. And in the center, there is a hole, the axle of the wheel is in that center, attaching both the wheels of the cart. So, when our attention is fully outside and whatever is happening outside is affecting our thoughts and emotions, then our energies, thoughts, emotions are going up and down, going up and down, sometimes agitated, sometimes happy, sometimes calm, sometimes fully going down. That is like being on the outer edge of the wheel. That wheel is representing life. The life keeps going round and round, what we call samsara. And then we are on the outer edge, going up, down, getting affected by everything. But if we move inwards along one of the spokes and reach the center, then the wheel is still going round and round. The life, the samsara keeps moving, but we are in the center. In the center, there is hardly any movement. It remains almost like in the same position. So it is as if now we are not moving like a circle going up and down on the edge of the wheel. The center of the wheel is moving forward in a straight line, steadily. So when we are centered, the life goes on all around us, but we are not so much affected by it. We remain in the center, moving forward steadily. Balanced and calm. So being with the breath is like moving from the outer edge of the wheel, going up along one of the spokes and reaching the center. So we continue to live life. We continue to take part in the daily life. But there is a difference, complete difference in our inner state. Our inner state is centered, balanced, calm. This is called Sthita Pragna, which means there is equanimity, equipoise. We are just allowing the life to unfold as it comes. We are experiencing everything that life brings, but yet at the same time, we are remaining centered, calm, steady, balanced. Body is relaxed, emotions are in harmony, balanced. Mind also is in harmony, balanced. Just feel that now. The balance, the harmony, the steadiness. Feel the breath. Remain as the awareness. And feel yourself rising into higher and higher vibration. Feel the deepening peacefulness, stillness, silence. Enjoy this beautiful feeling. Throughout the day, every now and then, we can remember this feeling. Bring attention back to this spiritual heart, to the center, and just make an affirmation to yourself, either loudly or mentally. I am centered within myself. I am centered within myself. I am centered within myself. Immediately, the energies will rise to high vibration and we will feel it like a peacefulness, calmness, steadiness, balance, harmony. This is our true nature, the nature of Atma, soul, the nature of Paramatma or God. Just remaining as the witnessing presence. When we do this, we are remaining fully in the present moment. The mind is not pulling us either to the past or to the future. When the mind pulls us to the past, again it gets disturbed. So many memories come up, and we may feel sad, fearful, angry, etc. If the mind pulls us to the future, then we may feel anxiety, worry, because we are imagining some worst case scenario for the future. Neither the past exists nor the future exists. The past is only a memory. Whatever happens, happens only in the present moment, here and now. The future is all only imagination based on the past memories. So that also is not true, it doesn't exist. Whenever that future comes, it will be only present moment. Our actual experience is always only in the present. Everything else is only memory or imagination, so it is not real. So when we are centered within, keeping full attention on the spiritual heart, then we are fully in the present moment. We are experiencing everything, whatever comes up, But yet at the same time, our energy is remaining steady, breath is steady. We are not going up and down like a seesaw, emotionally disturbed or mentally disturbed. So, this is called open eyes meditation. Even when the eyes are open, we are remaining calm, steady, peaceful, centered, balanced, and in harmony. So, gradually, our meditation should extend and expand into the daily life also, which we call as open eyes meditation. So, we can choose where we want to keep our attention. We can run behind the mind, run behind the emotions, and get fully agitated and disturbed. Or we can choose to remain centered deep within. That is the only difference between an ordinary person and a god or a realized, fully realized, enlightened guru. They are always centered within. When we also remain centered within, then we are completely one with them. There is no separation. We feel only the oneness, and that oneness itself flows out like an unconditional love. Once we begin to feel and see this one vast divinity within ourselves, the infinite divinity, then only gradually we will be able to see and feel the same one divinity appearing in front of us as all the people and things, living beings and situations in front of us. We begin to see everything as the one divinity, appearing as all the variety. So let us also try to remember this and look deeper and see and feel this one divinity everywhere, all around us. Throughout the day, as we understand this truth, feel the whole body and the aura becoming so peaceful and calm. Enjoy this beautiful feeling inside. Feel the full body fully energized. Day by day becoming stronger and healthier. Feel the full aura, the energy, calm and peaceful. Feel yourself every day becoming stronger and healthier emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Every day we are becoming better and better on all levels. Feel the changes and enjoy this beautiful feeling. Now just feel the full body from inside and outside. Let us feel deep love and gratitude for everything and everyone, towards ourselves also. Slowly lift up the hands, touch the face, ears, head, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, front of the body, legs. Press the feet, touch the back of the legs, back. Cover your eyes with your palms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly blink your eyes behind the palms and slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a lovely day.